Welcome back to the show. Now, I was talking to our friends at Omni, Teresa, who does the Italian show here on City TV, and she's told me, Derek, I am so happy you pronounced it bruschetta, because that's what Natalia Machado is talking about today. Because that's so, I don't know why we changed that. I said to her, why is Napoli Naples and Roma Rome?
It probably just rolls better with the way you speak it.
So.
Bruschetta, no,
what do you say? Are you going with you're going with the bruschetta?
Yeah, bruschetta.
Well, you're talking about it today because it's something that you can really put a lot of variety into it, right?
You can do whatever you want with bruschetta, basically. I mean, you can do it to serve bruschetta if you feel like it. I was actually thinking about it yesterday when I was putting all together, and I'm like, I have this amazing biscotti, some Nutella, some strawberries, and and there you go. I mean, you can have a 6-course meal with bruschetta.
I love it. What are we doing today? What are you preparing for us today?
Today we're doing actually 3 of the traditional bruschettas that we had at Joya Social.
Okay.
And we have 1 on the menu, and we have 2 rotating ones.
Okay.
We offer everybody bruschetta with their aperitivo. So it's a great way to go, an aperitivo, exactly.
I love it.
So ours start either with a homemade focaccia, or with some regular toasted.
Right, that's sort of the traditional that most
exactly.
of us
The traditional one is this one. It's baguette bread, olive oil. I use a garlic-infused olive oil because it just brings out a little more flavor. Toasted in the oven. And not toasted all the way because you don't want to break your teeth when you do it, but you need to think that this is a vessel, so it actually needs to hold. And, the sturdier there is, the more the topping.
Right.
So, you gotta choose your battles here.
Right? But there is a fine line because you don't want it so crispy that it falls apart.
No, exactly.
But you don't want it chewy
You don't want it to, exactly. So it needs to be in the middle. You need to think that whatever you put on top could have a lot of moisture, so it could actually soften it up. So if you build it a few minutes ahead, the bread will give in a little, and then you can find, you can play around there. So our one in the menu, which is one of our most popular ones, it's done on a baguette bread, and it starts with a really nice thick coating of garlic puree.
That's a garlic puree.
Garlic.
So did you roast it and then puree it?
Whole garlics in the oven with olive oil. They roast for about 2 hours, very nice and slow. And then the meat that you just squeeze out as if you were squeezing a lemon, it's this brown, caramelized, really beautiful garlic scent, but that is not, you're not left with the garlic breath.
But it does smell beautiful.
You can eat this on a first date. Let's put it that way. That's the way of eating garlic on a first date.
You threw it out there.
You go out, you order bruschetta, and you have
This is the one to go. Okay.
And
but you're not finished. What else have you got?
Marinated artichokes.
Oh, I love artichoke. What a great combo.
They're amazing. And you know what? They are very seasonal for sure, but you can get great marinated, preserved artichokes and just have this all year round.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
Parmesan.
That's your beautiful finish. There
Another
you go.
bread that is super traditional is doing the exact same thing on a long one. So you actually have a softer crust because focaccia is a little softer. But I'm going to do the one that we're doing as a special right now for our aperitivo. Come for an aperitivo and I'll buy you a bruschetta. That's our motto.
That's your motto?
Yeah,
I love
exactly.
It. That's a great motto.
Anybody's
welcome. So what kind of cheese is this?
This is a ricotta.
Oh, yes.
And ricotta is very milky, but it's very soft too. So pairing it with something that has a little more personality is the way to go.
Okay.
So prosciutto.
Right? Some nice saltiness to it.
What has more personality than prosciutto?
Natalia Machado.
Yes,
That's the only thing I can think of.
Exactly. But me and prosciutto, bam, right there. And then just finish with some olive oil.
Oh my gosh.
Nothing else. The salt is in the prosciutto.
I'm surprised the rest of the
instead of the ricotta.
The rest of the hosts are not joining us at this point.
They will.
Oh yeah. Well, once the segment's over, we know what happens in this room.
And then we're gonna go super traditional.
Okay.
Right? Chopped tomatoes, basil, garlic, olive oil is the classic tomato topping of a bruschetta. And the idea is
just fresh tomato, like you don't do anything with them, right?
I don't do anything with it. I just put a little bit of olive oil and the garlic ahead of time, so it actually softens up and it drips a little bit of the juices. If you can see, there's like tomato juice on the bottom. So I start with the tomato, really nice in the center, so it actually piles up.
Oh.
And then
I like that you don't skimp either.
No, that's the whole point of having a really nice sturdy crust. And then the juices, they drip around. You can finish it exactly like this. You can finish it with a little bit of gorgonzola on top to add a little extra layer of flavor.
Perfect. That is the perfect bruschetta.
The perfect bruschetta.
Right there. All three of them.
You can choose anything. Anchovies, artichokes, just going straight with a really nice cheese.
Yeah.
I did some gorgonzola and grilled apples.
Some apple too.
Yeah.
That's so that we can consider that our dessert one.
It's the perfect bite for an aperitivo.
Yeah. Natalia, always a pleasure having you.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you so much for being
Thank
here.
you.
We'll be back with more Breakfast Television right after this. I don't know which one to try now.
All of them.